Hello people, this is Ice Cream Gecko here, and this is the start of my journey to find the best frozen pizza of all the supermarkets here in Germany. And today we are starting with the Oregano Spinach pizza from Aldi Süd. This used to be my favorite of all pizzas. And it isn't anymore, because this has gone, you can see, it's pretty greasy. This hasn't been greasy back in the day. This has been one of the best spinach pizzas around. But they changed a lot, and sadly they did not change it to the better. We've got it all set up on our little wooden plate. Let's get into it. We are going to cut this thing right from the middle. Like, I have only got my right hand to cut because I have to hold the camera in the other hand, and the tripod that I have is just too big, I can't get up close. So, like I said, the predecessor of this piece of cuisine has been my favorite pizza of all time, because it wasn't as greasy as most of the others. It actually was better than most of the pizza you order from pizza places. But I'm gonna try out if this has gone better since it wasn't. So here you go. This is the pizza bottom. This is the crust. The crust is very thin, and I have to say I do like that. And it is crusty as well. Many pizzas that you buy are not crusty at all. This is, though. I had to have this. I had to keep this in the oven for about 20 minutes. I don't know if it is my oven that is kind of screwing up at the moment, but you're used to. I'm used to having pizzas in the oven for 12 to 15 minutes at 200 degrees Celsius. This was in there for 20 solid minutes, and then it looked like this. Not very evenly baked, you know. There are light spots, dark spots. But I think this is now acceptable. So let's give it a try. And just like I assumed, still, it is greasy, and all the toppings on there, they are too loose. They are kind of swimming on a layer of grease. You can see that this is the tomato sauce they use on here is kind of slimy, and that is something that I do not like at all. When I make pizza myself, I usually use like tomato concentrated. In German it's called Tomatenmark. I will be honest with you, I haven't looked up the word before. Basically is like shredded tomatoes, and that being like highly distilled or extracted, concentrated, and you put that on there. I put some oregano on there and some basilico. I don't know how this is called in English. You know, the stuff that you put on pizza, usually. And that is a lot more, that has got a lot more substance to it. This here is you see that? That is slimy. And that hasn't been the way it used to be. That hasn't been the way it used to be, yeah. Yeah, I should become an English teacher in Germany. I totally should. My English is pristine. I don't need subtitles. I speak perfect English. Let me know in the comments below if you got the reference for that. Love that guy. So, I'm not so sure about this. Like, this is just the start of our journey. But I would have hoped for a better one. And you can see the dough itself is actually pretty okay. Like, it is quite thin, but half of it, like this is right there, this is the top. Half of it is just slime. You can see that here. It is just slimy, and that is because all of this is almost liquid. And when you heat it up, you know, if it's frozen it's fine, but when you heat that stuff up, it just soaks into there and really destroys the whole texture. So I'm gonna give you a look on the underside of it. The underside is actually pretty good. You can see that here. You know, that is totally fine. That is actually pretty good. Many expensive pizzas are a lot worse. But the slimy thing on here, that is not to my liking. And this is certainly not mozzarella. This is just the kind of cheap cheese substitute they use, even on the expensive ones, unfortunately. When I make pizza myself, I use mozzarella, and nothing but mozzarella, proper one. And even if you do not want to spend that money on some decent cheese, you can get like very cheap mozzarella, and it still is a million times better than the stuff they put on here. It really is. If you haven't tried it, give it a try. So how am I going to rate this on a scale of 1 to 10? But let's say on a scale to 1 to 5. That's a lot more easier for me because I'm stupid, and English is very hard language, and German really takes up all of my brain capacity. On a scale of 1 to 5, I would give this a 3. And I'm really struggling between 2 and 3 because that slimy stuff, that is just not cutting it. That is really bad. I do not like it. But the dough itself is okay, and if that slimy shit wouldn't be on there, it would actually be pretty fucking good. We'll get a 4.5. Then it would really be right on top of there. But for now, this is staying as it is. So let's conclude this video. Like 3 out of 5. It's okay. It is a lot cheaper than the Dr. Oetker and Wagner alternatives of pizza. So I think it's fine. For what it costs, it is fine. Pretty okay. Okay, thank you for watching. Oh, and this is usually the point where the average YouTuber asks you to like, comment, subscribe, follow them on every goddamn social media site there is. I'm not gonna do that. Give me a thumbs down if you do not like that. And don't do anything, just close the tab and maybe we'll see each other again. Anyways, goodbye.